Hey guys, it's Abby, and as you can tell, today I'm going to do a get ready with me. I already have my base on, and my eyebrows, so I could make this a little bit faster than a normal get ready with me because they take forever. Plus, I'm not a big talker when I do my makeup, so I figured getting my eye look on camera would be the best. And you guys always ask me like what I have on my eyes. I'm gonna do a basic eye look. You guys normally see me in a basic eye look. I'm just gonna do, I don't know yet. I'm gonna use the Tarteist Pro Remix and the Tarteist Pro. I got these both in BoxyCharm. So I'm gonna use these. On my base, I have a ColourPop foundation. I have a ColourPop concealer, and I have the Manna Kadar face powder, and that's what I have on my face. Oh, my eyebrows are the NYX Microbrow Pencil, as well as I've been using the Too Faced Natural Matte Eyeshadow Palette for my powder, and I've just been going in with these two shades right here to kind of blend my eyeshadow, to blend the eyeshadow into my eyebrows to make them look a little bit more natural. No matter what I do, my eyebrows are never gonna look natural. I don't have enough hair on my eyebrows to make them look natural, but I've been trying to make them look a little bit more natural so that I don't look like I'm always surprised. Do you know what I mean? I did ask if you guys wanted to ask me any questions while I do this get ready with me, so I'm gonna answer a few questions as well as talk about a few things that are going on YouTube. Before I made this video, I like put on some really inspiring, beautiful moments on YouTube to make me feel like I'm in a better mood, because right now with YouTube, I feel like it's such a toxic place, and I kind of wanted to remind myself why I love YouTube. So I started watching my favorite channels, my favorite people who make me laugh, who make me smile, who make me cry from happiness or from feeling what they're talking about, and I feel a little bit better, and I'm in a little bit more of a better place than I was a little bit ago, because I've been so like angry and upset about how YouTube is right now. So I'm glad that I did that because I was in a pretty salty mood. But let me go on my Instagram because I know that you guys asked me some stuff on there. Jezebel says, "Hi Abby, talk more about how you overcame your addiction. I have a cousin who's been on dope for quite some time now and we're losing hope. Any tips on how I can help her? And I'm sorry, I know this is probably a negative and touchy subject, but you've been so open about your journey and it gives me a little bit of hope every time I hear you talk about how far you've come." So if you guys don't know, I am a recovering addict. I have, I think, almost 12 years clean. My kids, they know that I am in recovery. They don't know the entire story. So I'm going to real quick make sure my kids' doors are closed. Hold on. Okay, so before I start, let's just, start my eye look. So I am going to go in with the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm just gonna take the lightest shade and I'm gonna put that all over my lid to start my look. I started using when I was like dabbling with stuff when I was in high school. I never really thought I had a problem, but I was, I was out parties and stuff like that, and I was using, I never picked up heroin. I never like did anything super hard like that, but I did take a lot of pills, I just took a lot of pills. And then my sister, Heidi, was killed in a car accident when I was 19. And that like just messed me up. Now I had a really hard childhood, and I never dealt with any of my issues from my childhood. There was abuse and years of it, and that was really, really hard, and I never really dealt with it. I kind of just pushed it under the rug. So when my sister Heidi passed away, I was like, well, I'm just going to numb myself some more and not deal with it. So I began to take pills. I suffered from ovarian cysts, so I was always on a prescription of something. There was always something that I could take that was around me. So I just started using more and more pills, and I became slowly addicted to them. And it was years and years of taking pills, going in and out of doctor's offices with new ailments that I had. And when I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis, they immediately put me on more pain medicine. And I remember going into the office and I was so sick. Like I was so sick, I had nothing left and I was so sick. And they said, well, it's because your body's addicted to it. So here's another script. This is just what comes with it. They didn't warn me about it. They didn't say anything to me like, you should probably get off of these. Here's the help you need. They didn't do that. They just wrote me more. And when I became pregnant with my daughter, my first daughter, I quit. I quit everything. Cold turkey. Like, I found I was pregnant. I was done. Cold turkey. So then after I had my first child, I'm going to go in to the next lightest brown shade in here. This is a really big mirror, so I'm going to go in with this shade right there. So I just struggled for years taking them. So when I got pregnant with my first, I quit cold turkey. I breastfed her for a year on the dot. And then immediately I picked up again. It was like I just picked up. Now, I struggled with postpartum depression so badly. Like, it was horrible. Like, my postpartum depression was terrible. I was scared to death of having a baby. I thought I was going to be a great mom, like immediately fall into that motherly role and just be amazing at it because I babysat, I took care of my nieces. Like, I always loved kids, but the minute that I had my firstborn, I was scared to death. Like, I was scared. I immediately thought something was going to happen and she was going to die. Like, I was in fear that my child was going to die constantly. It was really, really hard. It was like my worst fear coming true. And it was so awful. My postpartum depression was so awful. And I tried to cover that up after a year with more pills. After I started using again, it got bad for like 6 months. And then we went through a really bad financial time. Like, we lost everything. We lost our houses. We lost our cars. We lost everything but the clothes on our backs and our kids, basically. And I had enough. I had enough, and I had enough, and I put myself in a program, and I was put on a medicine to help me not withdraw but taper it down off of that, so that, and it was called Suboxone, and I tapered down off of that, and I became sober after, and I slowly kept my sobriety through that, being in a program, people helping me. And I still get help today. Like, I suffer still with anxiety and through a lot. So having some sort of support all the time is completely necessary. You asked how to help your cousin. The truth is that your cousin needs to want to help herself. There's nothing you can do unless they're ready to overcome addiction themselves. Because if you don't want it, you're never going to get better. You are going to go in and out of programs, and the minute you get out, you're going to mess up again because you're not ready. You need to be ready for it. There's people that go away to prison and they come out and they've been sober for years being in prison. They come out and they do it again because they're just not ready. And that's the hard part about addiction is that you have to be ready to want to stop. You need something that's going to make you want to stop. And I always say that my second daughter, Scarlett, saved my life. Like, she saved my life because she just did. Like I said, because you need your own children. Like, I needed my own children to get me better. Like, they were enough to make me say, I don't ever want to do this again. So that's how I got better. And the only thing you can do is just hope that your cousin comes to terms with the fact that she's an addict and that she doesn't want to live this life anymore, because it's a horrible way to live. It was horrible. Waking up every morning knowing that I need to get something, to find something to make me feel better. It was awful. And I knew that I didn't want my children to grow up in a life of their mom being an addict, because I didn't want them to suffer. I didn't want my kids to suffer at all because of my own actions. I need a different brush. So I'm gonna use this brush. It's a Wet n Wild brush. I think I got it from one of their holiday things. Okay. What are your dreams for the future? If you could do anything, what would it be? I realize you're a mom and that's most important, but after that. The sad thing about me is I never really had any dreams and aspirations. Because of the way I was brought up, I wanted to fall in love and have somebody love and protect me. And that's all I ever wanted. I didn't have a job that I wanted to do. I didn't want, like, my friend and I always, my best friend and I, Marissa, we grew up together, and she passed away sadly from addiction. We used to like joke around saying that she was going to be a lawyer and I was going to be a therapist, and our buildings would be next to each other. And so if someone went to go see the lawyer, they could go see the therapist afterwards. But that was like a dream. It was like something that I knew would never happen. But all I wanted was somebody to love me and take care of me. And that's because I grew up without a father figure. My father passed away when I was a baby. And the father figure I had in my life was abusive and didn't show me any kind of love. So I wanted somebody to love me and care for me. And I found my husband at 19, and we stayed together forever. And he was the first guy that ever showed me love and protection, like loving me for no matter who I was, what I was doing. Like, he just loved me and accepted me, and I clung on to that. Now, I taught for a few years, well, 6 years, and then like I worked in daycares. I had my own daycare. I worked as front desk for hotels. I worked at the night shift, but I never had like a career. And I think that's just because I was never taught to, like, I wasn't ever told that college was important and to have a career. Like, I just wasn't. Or even if I was, I never took school seriously enough to think that I could ever have a career. So I just never thought that I could make anything of myself. Okay, another question is, what were you like in school, and do you have any friends from school you still talk to? I do have some friends from school that I still talk to. I talked to my friend Gail. We were in high school together. She was the new girl in high school, and I was like, hi, you're my friend. Like, you're no longer, like, she was a new girl. She felt really shy, and I was like, nope, you're my friend. Come on, let's hang out. She became my really good friend. We're still friends today. I still talk to a few people. My best friend Marissa, like I just mentioned before, she passed away. And there are a few people that I still talk to, but not as much as I talk to some other friends that I've made recently throughout these past few years. What was I like in high school? Well, when I was like in 7th and 8th grade, I had been bullied a lot when I was in grade school. And when I changed schools, I had no self-esteem. Like, I had none. There was no self-esteem at all. And I made 2 friends when I was in 7th and 8th grade. And because I had never like truly had like a real friend before, I wasn't very nice to them. Like, I just was like always fighting with them and pitting each other against one another. And I just wasn't a nice friend. And then when I left that school and I got into high school, something changed. I don't know what happened, but I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to be like a mean girl. So I was just really quiet and shy in high school. And then when I was in 11th and 12th grade, I kind of broke out of my shell, and I was just a crazy person. And I was crazy. When I tell you I was crazy, like, I dressed up as a bee and I went around stinging all my teachers. Like, I think back to it now and I'm like, what the heck was I doing? I would like stand on the desk, the teacher's desk, and just stand up there and like sing on the top of my lungs. And they'd be like, get off the desk. And I wouldn't get off the desk. Like, I got kicked out of school. I got kicked out of school and I refused to leave, and I put a visitor's pass on me and acted like I was a visitor. We had a blind karate teacher, and I would go into class and be there for roll call and then leave and think that he would never know because he was blind, when really he knew I wasn't there. I was really freaking loud. So, I mean, I wasn't a bad kid. I didn't do bad things. I was just mischievous, and I'd never, ever cared about school. I had one boyfriend in high school, and I stayed with him until I graduated, and that was me in high school. I never hung out in New Jersey when I was in high school. I would every weekend take the bus to New York City and hang out in the city. Like, we would sleep in abandoned hotels. We would go to Cafe Wa, which is a bar, and go hang out. I was like 16. I remember one time the drummer of the Wallflowers, I don't know if you guys know who they are. They were a band that was big when I was young. Somehow we ended up in a limo with the drummer of the Wallflowers, hanging out with them all night long. New Year's Eve, we were at Times Square watching the ball drop. Like, I had no supervision. If my kids did that now, I would die. How are you and your family doing during the pandemic? Has your hubby's job been affected? Do you know what school will look like for your girls? Also, thoughts on Jeffree Star. Do you still support him after his recent scandals? I'm going to get onto Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson at the end of this video. how are we doing? In the beginning of the pandemic, I was scared to death, like scared to death. But because it's been going on for so long and New Jersey was so bad, I've gotten used to it. We only go out to the beach. I only take my kids to the beach. I go out food shopping once, maybe every 2 weeks. And I always wear a mask and I just stay away from everybody. I haven't been around like people besides family that I know is healthy in months. Like but we're doing okay. My kids are bored. They're super bored and we don't know what school's gonna be like. I've heard a few things like they'll have to wear shields on their face and stay 6 feet apart, but I just don't see how that's gonna happen with young kids. I mean, my daughter's gonna be in 6th grade. Like, I don't see how she's gonna stay 6 feet away at lunch with my kids. Like, they're gonna have to have like 7 lunch rooms. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just waiting. Okay, you are the kindest and sweetest person. I'm so glad I found your channel. My question for you is, what's your favorite Alice in Chains song? My favorite Alice in Chains songs are Down in a Hole, Rooster, Man in the Box. I really like Alice in Chains. Like, I really, really like them. They're like my favorite band. For real. Like, we listen to them all the time. My kid's screaming on the phone. And what are my top 3 favorite subscription boxes? And if I could only choose 2, which ones would I keep? So as much as BoxyCharm drives me nuts, I would have to say BoxyCharm is one of my tops, and so is Ipsy, because they're the best beauty subscriptions out there. They really are. Like, you can't really go wrong with those, but I do really like Allure. So it's probably BoxyCharm, Allure, and then Ipsy. This kind of looks a little patchy, but I mean, it looks really patchy. Let's be real. So BoxyCharm, Allure, and then Ipsy. I really like Allure for the price point because it's only $15 and you really can't go wrong. I don't know if I can though. Looks like it's a lost cause over here and I'm not gonna redo it. So let's get on to this whole Shane Jeffree beauty community fiasco. I think the reason why I'm so upset by all of it is, first of all, like, I went against my own judgment and my own morals when I started buying Jeffree Star's products. I always said I would never purchase from him. And I said that because growing up Jewish and hearing him speak about having him speak against Jewish people or listening to his racist past, that really bothered me and it always stuck with me. Like, I never ever liked him. And then sometimes I would see him going after other influencers and the stuff that would come out of his mouth really bothered me. And I always said I would never purchase from him, but I did. I fell into the whole, like, let's buy his mystery boxes so I can put a video up and get some views. And I'm really disappointed in myself about that. Really disappointed because now I'm gonna take the shades that I just used on my top lid and put them on my bottom lid. Because I went against my own judgment and I really wish I didn't, because I feel like I sold myself out. I don't normally go back on how I feel and then say to myself, oh, well, it's okay. I'm just gonna buy those products because it will help my channel. Because let's be real, nothing has helped my channel. Nothing that I've done has helped my channel. I have worked really hard on my channel. I've been doing YouTube for almost 4 years and I have not that I'm not saying anything about you guys. I love my subscribers. I like that I'm small because I am, you know, I can be closer to you guys because I do have a small community and it's easier for me to, you know, answer all the comments and stuff. But I don't get any, like, I guess what gets me so angry about all of this is there are so many good channels out there, so many good smaller channels out there that we work really, really hard on our content and we don't get noticed because the drama gets noticed. The stuff that happens that causes people to go in uproar are terrible things, like terrible, terrible things. I don't know how somebody who is, I'm going into the Tarteist Pro Remix and I'm going into the lightest shimmer. I don't know how somebody who was a known racist, who was a known terrible person, was able to be one of the top creators on YouTube, and how anybody is surprised when he does something terrible. We all knew he was a terrible human being when he started YouTube. His past is not a secret. I think that we all somehow allowed this guy to become a big YouTuber and create a very toxic atmosphere on YouTube. Because when you look at it, before Jeffree Star got onto YouTube, I don't remember seeing any kind of drama. And then I don't remember any of it. So I'm not really understanding the surprise that is happening right now when it comes to Jeffree Star. We all knew that he was a terrible human being. We all knew that when he became friends with certain people or anybody, there was always going to be some sort of drama. The stuff that is going on with Shane Dawson. Now, I can honestly say that I have never been a huge Shane Dawson fan. I just never was. I didn't buy the conspiracy palette. I didn't go all crazy with with his videos. I never really watched him. I never really gave a crap, to be honest, about Shane Dawson. I did think it was weird that all of a sudden he was in the beauty community, and all of a sudden he was there in the beauty community. But I think what happened with Shane and Jeffree is Jeffree was like, hey Shane, do you want to see how you can make millions of dollars really easily? Let's do a makeup collab together and let's make these videos. And they played everybody. Those two played everybody. They made those documentaries, the beautiful world of Jeffree Star and the beautiful world of Shane and the beautiful world of beauty community. And they made millions of dollars off of a 5-part ad for their collection. And every single one of us bought into it. It's true. The merch when it was sold out, the eyeshadows were sold out, the collections were sold out. And these two people aren't good people. They're not good people. And I know I'll probably lose subscribers by saying this, and I'll probably lose people watching my videos, but they were never good people. And I don't understand why this is a surprise. YouTube has allowed Shane Dawson's disgusting predatory behavior online for 10 plus years. 10 plus years. Shane has addressed these things over and over and over again. I'm not sure why Will Smith's family had to get involved for this to even become something bigger. And I feel like drama is what sells right now. My channel is unboxings, and the only drama I ever really have are boxes. If I don't like a BoxyCharm. And if I don't like a BoxyCharm and my thumbnail is negative, they are my most viewed videos. And it's so sad. It's so sad because sitting down and talking about stuff that I love and showing you guys things that I love doesn't get viewed. Nobody wants to watch that. People want to watch drama. People want to see bad things. It's just true. And I'm not a type of person that's negative. Like, I don't really do any of that. I could never be a drama channel because I could never handle the crap that comes with it. I know that me speaking against Jeffree and Shane right now, I'll probably get a ton of hate for it. But the truth is they were never good people to begin with. These two people were never good people to begin with. Shane Dawson has had predatory behaviors for 10 plus years on YouTube. He never took those videos down until just now. YouTube never took offense to those videos, and they let those videos stay online and make them money for years and years and years. And now because Shane's being called out and more people are, canceling him, now they do something about it. That doesn't make any sense for me, because I could sit here and I could talk about the coronavirus. I could talk about predators, and I'm probably gonna, I have to bleep that out, and I will get demonetized. I will get demonetized if I talk about CBD oil. But Shane Dawson can make videos of 12-year-olds twerking and talking about disgusting things with the underage children, and his videos were monetized for years and years and years. And I don't understand it. And that's what makes me so angry about this. None of this is a surprise. This has been going on for years. And why anybody is shocked with Jeffree Star's behavior, I'm not sure. It's not a new thing that he is a bad person, that he says terrible things. It's not new. Do I feel awful for ever putting money in his pocket? I absolutely do. I went against everything because I wouldn't be friends with someone like Jeffree Star. And why did I buy from someone like him? That's the truth. I'm going to put some eyeliner on. There's so many videos going up about how awful the beauty community is, and, you know, like, just people talking about how awful the beauty community is and how toxic it is. But the truth is, the beauty community is not toxic. There are certain people in the beauty community that are toxic, but the majority of the beauty community is not toxic. There are so many smaller channels that deserve to be known that are getting overridden by drama channels and bad influencers. And that is so sad. Like, it's just, to me, it's so sad. Like, I work so hard on my channel, but I will never be seen because there's too many channels that are doing terrible things that get more attention for it because drama sells. And I think that's really sad. And what bothers me about the whole Shane Dawson thing the most is I have 2 kids that are at very impressionable ages, 11 and 13. And they have people that they watch, that they look up to, and that they really enjoy. And believe me, I make sure that they are not watching terrible things. I really do. I'm up to date on what my children do. Everything that they look up on their phone, I can see on my phone. Everything that they look up on their computers, I can see through my phone. I have apps that do that. But I can't imagine if they went on to a live with somebody that they really look up to, and they were so excited to talk to this person because they have looked up to them for a while and they love their content and it makes them laugh. And then for somebody to be like, twerk for me. Oh yeah, twerk for me. I would want to punch that person in the face. I would report them. And I'm not understanding why any of this was allowed and why the videos were still up. And it just makes me so angry. That makes me so angry. I'm using the Blink primer for mascara. Well, for my first mascara, because I got it all over my hand, because I use like a ton of them. So that's what makes me, like, that's why I'm so upset. I'm so upset because it's like, I work so hard on my channel and I'll never be noticed because I'm not dramatic. I don't do offensive stuff and I'm not on drama channels. And it's just, and I'm not saying that drama channels are bad because there's reasons behind drama channels, but I didn't understand certain drama channels getting excited to put this content out. Like, I was watching this one drama channel and he was so excited. He was like, subscribe to my channel for more stuff. And oh my God, guys, we're growing so fast. I can't believe how much we're growing. If you want to know more about what Shane Dawson's doing and these sick videos that I'm going to show you, come back, make sure you're subscribed, click that notification bell. And I'm like, ew, ew. Like, how can you be excited about showing people these disgusting videos about Shane Dawson? Like, this is serious. And the way people were talking about this voice note going around about somebody being a victim made me sick to my stomach. Like, these are real people that people are talking about. These people are real. If these alleged voice notes are true, that's a real person. A real person that had something horrible happen to them. And now all of these people that they don't even know. The entire internet is talking about that had something terrible happen to them, allegedly. Because you have to say that, I guess. Like, I can't imagine telling somebody something so personal and so upsetting, and then them going around and using that to hold that over their heads. I cannot imagine having to go through something like that. Like, none of this is a joke. None of this is funny. None of this is funny, and none of this should be used as tea or drama. None of this. Because if, God forbid, something happened to one of my kids and somebody found out about it and they had a voice note about it and then they went around telling everybody about it and the whole entire world was talking about it, I don't know what I would do. The pain that I would feel for my own child would be excruciating because they would be going through so much turmoil. That person that everyone's talking about is somebody's child. What is going on YouTube that this is what people are talking about? There are victims. Can you imagine how they feel? Like that cousin that everybody's talking about Shane Dawson's cousin who was 12 at the time. Can you imagine how she feels right now that all these videos are going around about her? She is probably so upset and so embarrassed. And everyone's just uploading all these videos and plastering them all over the place. No one's thinking about the people that are going through all of this. Nobody's thinking about this. And then we get on to the whole thing with Tati. Now, I really, really looked up to Tati. Tati and I are the same age, and I really looked up to her. Watching her videos and how she was cute and funny, and she seemed like she had her shit together, and that she was never in drama, I really looked up to her. I thought that she was like the classy one of YouTube. And then watching her video, first of all, what started making me a little bit like uncomfortable and upset was the fact, I'm gonna put some bronzer on, was the fact that she was putting out these like little clips of songs or stuff or whatever she was doing to kind of like tease everybody of what's to come. And it was like, stop teasing everybody and just put it out already. Like if you have something to say it. Because none of this is a joke. None of this is funny. There are so many people involved. None of this is funny. So just put it out already. And so that was kind of weird to me. I was like, that's a little weird. I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Diffused Heat Blush. And then she puts out her video yesterday, and you could see she was clearly upset. So I don't want to sit here and say, like, she wasn't upset and what she was saying was a lie, because I have no idea what's a lie and what's the truth. I'm not involved in any of this stuff, so I have no idea what's the truth or not. And do I think we'll ever know? No. I don't think any of us will ever truly know what happened. I'm going to use the Nomad Sydney Bathers collection from what I got in Ipsy for my highlight. I don't think any of us will ever truly know the truth. But in her video, she talked about how she was gaslighted and lied to, and she felt like she was forced to make that video. And I'm like, do you know how many times that I've been lied to by friends? You know how many times that I've been told certain things from people and I've never sat down to make a video? She chose to make that video about James Charles. She chose to sit down and tell millions of people that she was no longer supporting James Charles because of his bad behavior. She chose to do that, and then she spent 40 minutes blaming it on other people. You can't blame other people for your own actions and for your behavior. You can't do that. Do I think that Jeffree Star and Shane were in her ear? Yes, of course they were. She was friends with them, and I don't know why she was friends with Jeffree Star when you can't save people. You can try to influence people to do better, but you're not going to be able to save everybody. And thinking that becoming friends with someone who is a bad person inside, thinking you could change them, like it's a savior's complex. It's like, you can't do that. You can't save everybody. You can try, but you can't. And I don't know why she thought she could, because he continuously did bad things while she was friends with him. And she accepted it. She had his stuff behind her the whole entire time. But to blame that entire video that she created about James Charles on other people, to me, that rubbed me a wrong way. Like, a lot of people bring up, like, oh, she's 40 years old. She shouldn't be doing this. Age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on, like, it does matter, but it doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter that she's 40 years old. She's a grown woman. She should have made her own decision. She shouldn't have made that video. And that's just it. She shouldn't have made it. So, but a 40-minute video talking about how she's blaming other people doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't think that it was smart. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And I know I'm all over the place, but none of these behaviors are okay for YouTube. And I really am mad at YouTube for allowing all of this to circulate. YouTube can take someone's video down. YouTube can make someone's video circulate. YouTube has the decision to do anything with anybody's videos. Like, you put certain things as tags, and you put stuff in your description box, and you make certain titles and thumbnails, and there's certain things that make videos circulate. I don't know what they are because I've never had a video circulate, but there's certain things that make videos circulate. And YouTube has control of that. What are they doing? Is YouTube proud of where they are right now? Is YouTube proud of that? that there are people fighting amongst each other on YouTube, that people are making videos about each other with millions of views? Is YouTube proud that there's cancel culture going on right now and people are canceling each other? Like, I don't even believe in cancel culture. Like, how can you cancel somebody? What gives any of us the right to cancel somebody? We don't have that right. I'm using the Sugar Matte as Hell lip crayon in the shade Viola. I got this in my Ipsy. And this is my look, guys. Ta-da! Like, I really feel like we don't have the right to cancel anybody. I would hope that I'm not a perfect person. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've made a ton of mistakes. I'm a recovering addict, for goodness sake. Like, I've made a ton of mistakes, and I would hate for my mistakes to cancel me right now. You know what I mean? Like, because everyone does grow. Everyone grows, and everyone has the choice of who they want to become. And it doesn't matter what age you're at. You can change who you are as a person at any age. But the longer you wait to change to make yourself a better person, the longer you're going to be a not good person. You watch these grown adults fighting online, and it's just, to me, it's just like, what the heck is happening? Because I watch a lot of great smaller channels, and I'm going to link a bunch in my description box because I think all of them deserve more subscribers and more views. I think that the way that YouTube is right now, the only people that are getting any type of clicks is drama. And it's so sad. When I first started YouTube, it was such a happy place. I would go online and I would see DIYs, and I would see makeup looks, and I would see subscription boxes, and I would see, you know, like food videos, and I would see just get ready with me's and people just talking and chatting and painting their nails. And that's what I loved about YouTube. I loved that because it was such a happy place. Now when I get online, I see Shane dressing as a Nazi. I see Jeffree Star being racist. I see James Charles being canceled. I see Manny, which, what did Manny do? I don't remember what Manny did to get canceled, guys. I have no idea. I personally like Manny. I think he's funny, and I never canceled him because I don't cancel people. But what did he do? Because if anyone knows what Manny did, please let me know in the comments below, because I don't remember what Manny did. I really like Manny, and I liked him the whole time. And I don't know what he did to deserve everyone hating him last year. Why? Because his friendships didn't work out? Is that what happened? His friendship, he had fallout with his friends, and everyone went against him because he had a fallout with his friends. Everybody has fallouts with their friends. Like, you're gonna hate someone for falling out with their friend? None of it makes any sense. Like, I am going to put a whole bunch of channels in my description box. Go check them out. They will bring you happiness and joy. They will make you laugh. They will make you smile. They're just genuinely good people that are trying to get their name out there, like all of us. And I think that they all deserve a chance, because YouTube is not what it used to be. YouTube is a sad, angry place right now. And it's giving every person in the beauty community, and I'm not even in the beauty community. I don't even know what community I am in. Like, I'm in. Am I in the unboxing community? Am I in the beauty community? I have no idea. But it's giving everybody a bad name. People are looking at YouTubers as if they are all problematic. And we're not all problematic. And that's what makes, like, I was thinking, like, the other day, I'm like, I don't even want to do YouTube anymore because it's not a happy place. There's nothing happy right now on YouTube. There's nothing happy. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. So what did I do today? I found all of the stuff that I love to watch. And I watched it. And it made me feel better. And it made me realize this is what I love about YouTube. It's just a shame that it's not around anymore. Anyway, that's how I feel. I went on a total rant. Sorry. I love you guys. I'm appreciative of all of you. I'm so thankful that every single one of you are still here watching me, because I've been doing this for 4 years, and I've never, like, literally guys, I've never had a viral video. I've never had any sort of huge growth, but I have had some growth, and I'm so thankful that you guys are here, and I love you guys, and I hope that this video didn't make you guys angry. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll list the products that I use in this video because I don't think I talked about them very much. And that is it for today. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to check my description box out for all of the channels that I want people to see and love and explore and have fun with. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.